Want to create a clean, modern, and interactive shadow UI animation in After Effects, step by step? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to build this animation from scratch using simple shapes, smart effects, and pro techniques. So open After Effects, stay till the end, and let's get started. This interactive UI shadow animation looks complex, but it's actually super easy. Let me show you how. Alright, let's quickly set up a new composition and start building this animation. Here, set your composition size to 1920 by 1080. Choose a frame rate of 29 frames per second, and make the duration 10 seconds long. First of all, we'll create a nice background. Right-click here, choose Solid Layer, select White Color, rename it to BG for background, and click OK. Now select this layer, press Ctrl plus Spacebar to open search, type Fill, and apply the fill effect. Then simply change the color to white, like this. Again, right-click and create a new solid layer. Change the color to black and name this layer Dots. Now, press Ctrl plus Spacebar, search for CC Ball Action, and apply it. In the Effect Controls panel, set the ball size value to around 7 that works perfectly. Now we have a clean and nice background ready. Now let's create a circle shape. Select the Ellipse tool and make sure no other layers are selected, otherwise it will create a mask. Hold Shift and draw a perfect circle right in the center. Now hold Ctrl and double-click on the Anchor Point tool to place the anchor point right in the center of the shape. This will really help us get smooth, clean animations. Now select the circle. From the top toolbar, set the stroke to none. Then, adjust the size of the circle as needed. After that, set the fill color to a soft, light white shade, like this. Rename this layer to Bottom. Then press Ctrl plus D. To duplicate it, we'll use this copy to create realistic shadows. Rename it Shadow. Now, hide the bottom layer. Select the shadow layer, apply the fill effect, and change the color to black to create a soft shadow, like this. Next, apply the CC Radial Fast Blur effect to the shadow layer and increase the blur amount. After that, add a Gaussian blur to soften the shadow edges even more, like this. Now adjust the shadow center point to the top left corner. Then type the blur value around 97. That's perfect. Next, select the shadow, press T for opacity, and set the value to 50. Looks great. Now, turn on the bottom layer. Now, let's create a stroke circle. Select the bottom layer, press Ctrl plus D, and name it Stroke. Set the fill to none, turn the stroke on, choose a light gray color, and set the stroke size to 28. Finally, decrease its scale value just like this. Now, let's animate this stroke. Go inside this layer, select Trim Paths. Expand Trim Path 1, and we'll animate it by changing the end value. First, add an end keyframe and set it to 0. Move the playhead forward and set the value to 100. Select both keyframes, right-click, and choose Easy Ease for a smooth animation. Then, jump into the graph editor and adjust the graph to look like this. Now let's add some style. Select the stroke layer, go to Layer Styles, Bevel and Emboss, and apply it. Here's the fun part. Expand its properties. First, set the shadow color to white. And don't forget, set the opacity to 100. This will make it fully visible and sharp. Then change the shadow mode to Screen. Trust me, this makes your circle pop like never before. Again, select the bottom layer, go to Layer Styles, Bevel, and Emboss, and apply it just like before. Use the same settings to keep that shadow and highlight effect consistent. This makes your design look polished. Now duplicate the stroke layer and apply a 4-color gradient effect. Don't skip this step, it connects the whole animation. Carefully adjust the position of each color point. Pay attention here. This is where most beginners mess up. Watch this carefully. Next, select color 2 and change it to orange. Then select color 4 and tweak it like this. Looking good. And also tweak color 3. Now, let's tweak the stroke 2 animation. Expand its properties. Go inside trim paths and change the second keyframe value to 44. That's perfect. This creates a cool overlay animation. Next, select this layer and apply the glow effect to make it shine. Now, let's tune the glow. Set the glow radius to 260 and the threshold to 80. Looks amazing. Again, select this layer and apply a Gaussian blur to create a soft, dreamy glow. Here, set the blurriness to 17, just right for a soft, subtle glow. Now let's play and check it. Looks smooth and awesome. Again, select this layer, go inside the stroke, and change the line cap to round. Now let's create the top side of the shape. Duplicate the stroke layer and rename it. And remove all effects. We're starting fresh for the top part. Now, select this top layer, set the fill color to solid, and turn the stroke off. Clean and simple. Again, select the top layer, press U to reveal keyframes. First, set the value to 100, then remove all keyframes to fill up the circle. Here, let's shrink it a bit. Press S for scale and decrease it just a little. Perfect size. Now let's add some style. Go to the bottom layer, copy the bevel and emboss layer style by pressing Ctrl+C. Then select the top layer and press Ctrl+V to paste it. Boom! Same polished look. Again, select this layer, go to Layer Styles, Gradient Overlay. Here we'll make some minor color changes to fine-tune the look. Click Edit Gradient, select the first point, and then copy my settings. This is very important, don't skip this. Now it's time to animate all the shapes. First, select all layers and press S for scale. Place the playhead somewhere, then add a scale keyframe. Now move the playhead to the very beginning and set the scale value to 0. Next, select all keyframes, right-click, Keyframe Assistant, Easy Ease for a smooth motion. Finally, jump into the graph editor and adjust the graph to look like this super smooth. After that, select the top 3 layers and move them to around 1 second on the timeline. At the same time, press U to reveal all keyframes and adjust their position for the look you want. Take your time here, refine it until you get a great, clean animation. Small change, big difference. Now, pay attention. This part is very important. Select the Type tool, click here, and type 1. Adjust the size as needed, then align it horizontally and vertically. If you don't see the Align panel, go to Window. Here, select A-Line and make sure you're in the default workspace. You can also change the font style to match your design. Now pay close attention, this is important. Go inside the text layer, open text, then hold Alt and click on Source Text to add an expression. Now, type this expression exactly like this. Next, go inside Stroke 2, watch this carefully. Select the pick whip and parent it to the end property, just like this. One last thing, inside the expression, make sure the math letter M is capital. If it's not capital, it will not work. Now let's take a look. You'll notice the text has no scale animation. To fix this, I'll parent the text layer to the bottom layer so it follows the same scale animation. Now let's play it. Everything moves together, nice and clean. Now, select the text layer, apply fill color, and choose a dark gray shade clean and professional. Now grab the type tool and type OF. Then select only the O and apply superscript. Nice little detail. Now, copy the fill effect from the text layer by pressing Ctrl+C. Then select the top text and press Ctrl+V to paste it. Same color, perfect match. Small change, big difference. Now turn off the second text fill effect for better visibility. Much cleaner. Don't skip this step, it connects the whole animation. Now, type one more text, interactive shadow. Adjust the size and align it horizontally perfectly. Then place this text layer behind the shadow layer to get that clean, minimalist shadow effect. So good. And don't forget apply the same fill effect to this text as well. If you're still watching, you're really serious about motion design. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next tutorial. Now, let's animate it. Expand the text properties and click Animate Position. Before changing anything, grab the rectangle tool. Make sure the text layer is selected, then draw a rectangle mask like this. Now change the text position until it's completely hidden. Then go inside Range Selector 1 and add an offset keyframe. Move the playhead forward to around 1 second and set the value to 100. Now have a look clean and smooth. Next, copy this text animation. Go inside here and press Ctrl+C. Then select the top text layer and press Ctrl+V to paste its same animation, perfect sync. Now, select the top text layer and create another mask to build a reveal animation, like this. Make sure the mask is perfectly aligned. This step makes the animation look clean and professional. Now, let's quickly render this and see the final result. Press Ctrl+M to open the render queue. Here, check the format settings. You can keep the default YouTube settings, or choose 32-bit color for more depth if you have a good GPU. Next, select the output location where you want to save the file. Finally, click Render, and let's watch the final video. And that's the final result. If you enjoyed this tutorial and learned something new, make sure to hit the like button, it really helps the channel. Subscribe for more After Effects, motion design, and pro animation tutorials. Comment below if you want the project file or have any questions. And comment what you want next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.